Hello and welcome to the Spin the Rock podcast, a basketball podcast for fans with fans. I am your host, Angel, and with me today is
Eugene.
Tyler.
And Vaughn.
so many things have happened in the past week. I mean, it seemed like every day after I uploaded the podcast, there's a different big news, and it was making me so angry because I had the show format laid out on Google Docs and everything. And then another topic, like another like big news thing will come out and I would have to go in and like format it differently. So we have a lot to talk about. Why don't we just get right into, I think the biggest one, which was DeAndre Ayton staying with the Suns. Maybe staying with the Suns. He signed with the Suns. What do you guys think
I don't
about
think he's not even
that?
eligible to be traded until like January. So maybe they work it out and DeAndre Ayton stays long term. Uh, I guess they have to treat him differently because he didn't like how he was being utilized in playoffs, I guess. This is kind of something they had to do. It'd be really dumb if they just let him sign to the Pacers and get nothing from him in return.
It would be dumb if he went to the Pacers.
Yeah, then they gotta have two centers, Miles Turner and then DeAndre Ayton. That'd be dumb as hell too. Uh,
Two starting
I don't
centers.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
True. It's basically something they had to do. I think it would play out better come January. I think we would know more, but as it stands, I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts on it?
I,
Well, yeah, like when it came to that, I was honestly wondering why Phoenix didn't pay him sooner, personally, because he's got upside. He's still young. Like they pay Chris Paul pretty fast. I mean, it makes sense. He turned the team around, or was a huge help to the team. It still is. But when I saw that he signed with Indiana, I was really just thinking like, I wonder. I mean, I know that the money's good, but yeah, I mean, it's just I think I feel like he will stay because they did give him a decent amount of money, but only time will tell. That's really all I got to say on that.
I feel like he should stay too. Given he made the finals 2 years ago, and then although it was like they got deleted, second round, it was like they're still a good team, but the Pacers are in a massive rebuild project right now. Probably now one of the worst teams in the league at the moment. And yeah, the money's good, 133 mil. But then you got to think about it's going to be him and Miles Turner on the same team. So it's like the Pacers and Rick Carlisle already have a system, together. And then they're going to have to figure out how to fit DeAndre Ayton into that system, especially given that they play pretty much the same, pure form big. But yeah, those are my thoughts on it.
Also, you would not be able to play with Paul and Booker, which let's be honest, Paul and Booker is such a big help to Aiton's game.
Right.
For sure.
Like, because they stay running the pick and roll.
Yeah, so like you're leaving a team that like fits you so well right now. Like Chris Paul, like let's say he chucks it up, you can get that rebound and put it right back. Like
Exactly.
you're like you have a team full of shooters and pick and rollers that like you go to the Pacers and they just lost Brogdon.
Right.
So like I don't know.
And then
And
they lost
Sabonis
Sabonis before that. Yep.
exactly.
So like,
Like,
you don't really
Pacers are just not it.
All they got is what, Tyrese Halliburton. Do they have Buddy Hield or am I?
Everybody hailed.
Yeah.
Chris Duarte, he's a pretty good one too.
Yeah, I only know Tyrese and Buddy Hield.
It's just-
Duarte also.
it's just not Book and Paul. Like
Yeah, true.
I don't know.
Like CP3, like makes center's career. Like DeAndre Jordan, like what has he done since Clippers? Clint Capella, like he's not quite Rockets form, and now
Not the
DeAndre
98
Ayton.
mil.
Yeah,
Not the 98
so perfect situation he is in right now, to be honest.
But yeah, I mean, we got through that. Let's talk about another big player, which is Bron in the Drew League. After 14 years, man showed up and dropped 42.
For me, being a Lakers fan, first of all, like he hadn't been there since the 2011 lockout. Like I remember, what was that? Like middle school.
For sure. Yep.
Yeah,
Middle school,
like watching those
2011.
highlights, watching him and Dwayne Wade and Kobe, like all them players and Drew League just balling, and then to see what it was compared to what it was then, it was like that's crazy. And then like 42's not like I would expect that in the Drew League, given it's all types. You got college players, you got people who don't necessarily professionally, but like semi pros or whatever. So 42 seems like fitting for him, but I haven't seen any. I've seen some of the footage, but he looked like he was hooping.
Yeah, no, he looked like he wasn't even like trying that hard. There was a clip I saw where he did a spin move into a slam dunk, and I was like, Bron is just having fun. He doesn't even he's not worried about dropping points. He just wants to go out there and do things he wouldn't be able to do in the NBA. Or
Honestly, it's just like a testament to like especially his longevity. That's really what it is to me. It's just like because he was balling out a good almost 10 years ago, and he's doing the same thing today at what 37, right? He's 37.
Yeah.
Yeah, like come on, man. He was just having like you say, he's having fun out there. Like I was watching the footage earlier, and he was coming up on the court. He just did a behind the back pass to one of his shooters, and then he's just having fun with it. It's crazy. It's him and DeMar just going off.
Yeah, it's just a good time. I was surprised he was gonna do it in the first place, but it must be kind of refreshing too, like to get away from like the drama of the Lakers, because the media
true.
surrounds all these trades and all these signings, so it's just like hooping. So I'm glad
Yeah.
to see it.
Do you think he would have done it with anyone else? Do you think DeMar is a big reason why he did it? Because they're like good friends, right? Him and LeBron.
It was
From
like
what
I
a
know.
big what if,
Yeah, I think
wasn't it?
so.
Yeah, from what I
So,
know, I think they are.
so do you think like if someone else was like come to the Drew League, he would have gone?
It depends on who that someone is.
Yeah.
True, I guess.
Like if you think about like if Chris Paul said, "Let's hoop in the Drew League," he hooping in the.
He's
Drew
definitely
League.
going.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, yeah.
Like
Melo. If Melo said
Yeah.
that, he's going. Like
exactly. Maybe even like a younger player that he's close with. I don't
DeJounte
know.
Murray.
Yeah, exactly.
They probably would have balled out. Like
True.
maybe.
That would have been Lob City if they went to Drew
all
together.
day. All day.
Did y'all see what Skip said?
Nah.
Skip went on Twitter and analyzed his stats and
Oh,
said like he also said that like him missing a free throw is typical LeBron and he's not clutch.
He's a
You watch
god
out
tier
for it, too?
hater, bro. I swear, bro.
Now I wonder.
just
I
talked.
do wonder though, like how many points he would have dropped had he actually been, like NBA mode. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Like had he actually been playing.
that's
like,
a
not
quick
just for
70 right
fun.
there. Like at least 70. Like they're
Yeah.
shorter quarters though too, aren't they?
I
think
actually
that's-
don't know about that.
But
Okay.
I know we all know if he was on his ball hog, oh yeah, he's dropping a cool 70, bro. Like he's going my
60
career on everybody.
minimum.
Yeah, true, for sure. Yeah, I don't know why people are because it's not just Skip. A lot of people are like saying they're kind of disappointed in what he did. But I don't know. I feel like if you watch the clips, you can see that he's not trying that hard.
It's child's
Right.
play for him,
Right.
man.
And he's also like kind of doing stuff he wouldn't normally do. Like he's playing a way where he like wouldn't play in the NBA because he would be afraid of either getting hurt or like getting locked up. So he's just like doing stuff that like he can do freely without worrying about any consequences whatsoever.
Right.
But hey, LeBron is gonna do LeBron. Man's gonna play with Bronny. Probably gonna be doing the same thing with Bronny. Just casually dropping 40 as if it's nothing.
Yeah, don't doubt it.
But let's talk about one thing that I feel like a lot of NBA players rejoiced about, and that is the transition foul changes and what they'll do for the league. Because I think most players, and I think coaches for sure, are like happy that that's a rule now.
Explain it for the people who don't
Yeah,
know.
I mean,
Oh, okay. So basically now, if you get fouled or you foul someone's on the fast break, you get one free throw and possession back. So that's the new rule. So you could either, get scored 4 points on you or just accept a 2 point slam dunk. Like it's either one or the other.
Or just all pretty much just like it's gonna be really detrimental, especially in those playoff games when like you really need to get a stop, and it's just like you can't get like the normal, just foul. You're risking the free throw also, depending on like the situation. Like it's gonna be a game changer for sure. That's pretty much all I gotta say about that.
Do you think a lot of players are going to benefit from this? Like, do you think
You get more
people,
highlight dunks, I think.
true, but do you
Uh,
think like maybe like
it-
people like,
I'm trying to think like just people who be downhill on them fast breaks.
yeah, on the fast break, like Aaron Gordon or um, what's his name? Who's also like that? I
Like
don't
the
know
Aaron
who.
Fox type
Yeah,
players,
the Aaron Fox
just
type.
a beast on the fast break.
Do you think they're gonna benefit from this?
I feel like they're honestly gonna really just want to be on the fast break even more, especially if they're already like good in transition. I feel like they're gonna like almost want to get fouled just so they can get that and they'll get the ball, the free throw, and they'll get the ball back. So I
it
think
really just makes the defense make a conscious decision about committing to the transition defense. Like, is everyone on the same page? Is everyone trying to rush to get back, or are you just going to give them the free bucket? Because if you contest that, like when they're right at the rim, that's just going to be a foul. So I think it's going to make a big decision, whether you commit to it or not.
I think it's gonna be like a obviously it's a big rule change, but kind of like what Vaughn just said, it's gonna be it might lead to a lot more highlight plays, whether that's a dunk or a chase down block, a poster, you know, it's gonna
Mhm.
be 1v1 on the fast break, who's better, or just lone man highlight dunk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think is it a good change? I don't think it'll matter because NBA players' basketball IQs, you know, out of this world. So they're gonna know when to foul and when to not, and most times they're not gonna foul. So, but yeah, that's my thoughts on that.
Plus, there's just
Do you
less
think?
stoppage, so like
Yeah,
there's
that's what I was
no
gonna ask.
commercial break, so that's kind of refreshing.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
definitely gonna speed up the game for sure. Because I know most fans complain that it slowed down the game,
Mhm.
Yeah.
especially for fouling Giannis and he goes up to the free throw. That's an extra minute right there.
Honestly, that's a fact, man. That's a fact.
But they also made play-ins permanent. I don't know if you guys saw that, but that kind
Mhm.
of went under the radar because of the big foul change. But play-ins are here to stay. What do y'all think about that?
Mm,
I kind of
Well,
like it, but I kind of don't because it's like if you're an 8 seed, it I feel like it should come down to like stats more than anything. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
points against versus whatever another advanced stat is.
Mhm.
Um, but playing games are kind of cool, like just to watch, just to see who wants to be in the playoffs more, type
Yeah,
thing. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
yeah. I think they're
I
doing it by win percentage, right?
I'm not
Are
too
they?
sure.
I think they are. I think they're doing it by win percentage.
Well, but if you have the same record, wouldn't it be the same win percentage?
Yeah, like the Cavs and Nets, they were both in the plans.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
Well, I mean, it gives like an opportunity for like those lower seed teams to like have a fighting chance to make the playoffs. So that is kind of cool to see. I did like it when they first introduced it, but seeing that it's permanent, um, I mean, I don't have a problem with it too much. But I get what you're saying, like being 50-50 on it, like with an 8 seed kind of having to play another game again just to like clinch the playoffs. I get what you're trying to say with that. But
Right? Because like, wasn't it last year or this past season? It was like
mhm.
4 teams in each conference had to play a game, and
Yeah,
then it depended on who won to see who they played next or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just seemed like super convoluted, but I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
It was.
I think the way they did it is seventh, eighth seed plays each other. No, seventh and eighth they play each other. Whoever wins gets a playoff spot, and then whoever loses has to play whoever wins 9 and 10. So
Yeah, I
it
think
does.
that's how they do it too.
It is convoluted, but
Right.
I like the play-in game in concept because no one cares about those bottom teams making the playoffs. They already know they're getting smacked by the 1 or 2 seed.
Facts.
I mean, it makes it more exciting. I think. That's what they're trying to do with the in-season tournament that they're talking about adding.
Mhm.
It's kind of like adding excitement in the middle of the season. So I think it's the same concept, and I like it.
One thing I just thought about too, it's kind of like baseball in terms of a wild card.
Yeah,
You know,
it's
like
exactly like baseball.
it adds another layer to the playoffs. Like it's technically not the playoffs yet, but I guess it's kind of like a hype up kind of thing.
It's like they combined NFL and baseball, because in baseball you have to win twice, which,
Right.
like Vaughn said, 9 and 10 have to win twice.
Mm-hmm.
And in NFL, like, wild card is usually like once you're done, you're out. Like you lose, you're out, and that's usually like they're kind of combining the two, which I wish they didn't. Like,
It's just weird. It's just overall weird.
yeah, like
But
You just gotta see how it plays out, honestly. Rather than just we'll see how if it goes smooth, and then I think we
I'm
just
sure
gotta
we're
wait
gonna
and see.
get like a great moments. Like there's gonna be a 10 seed team that wins the finals for sure. At some
Oh,
point in history, a
that would
10
be
seed team
insane.
is gonna go all the way, and it's gonna be
that
like,
would be crazy.
You imagine that?
That's some March Madness.
A real underdog types,
The
straight out of a
triple.
movie, bro.
hey, young LeBron would do that shit. Young LeBron would take a 10 seed
Oh
team all the
yeah,
way to
no
the
cap.
finals.
That's possible. Yeah.
You saw what he had to do in 06 and 07, or not 06, when he got swept by the Spurs. The team he had, man, he would definitely do it.
But yeah, was continuing with past season and just looking back. Our big topic today is sleepers, disappointers, and succeeders. Basically, what that means is we each have a team for those three categories. Sleepers is basically a team that you felt like didn't get a lot of recognition last season. You thought, like, oh my god, they were higher than people thought, and they actually were playing good ball. Disappointed is kind of obvious. You know, there were some few disappointing teams last season.
Yeah.
More disappointing teams than succeeding teams. And succeeding teams is basically, you know, a team that had a goal, went into the season, and succeeded with that goal. With whether it's just making the playoffs, getting like really high in seeding, winning the ship. So we're gonna start off with sleepers, and why don't we let Tyler tell us his sleeper?
For my sleeper, I'm only saying that because I feel like, at least from what like I was when I was catching up with the season, I feel like they didn't get talked about enough. Like they did get coverage. I would say the Miami Heat because they did come out on top on the East toward the end of the season, but I personally felt like they didn't have enough coverage. Because I felt like with teams that had more star power, they did talk about more. But Miami, I felt like personally because as I was keeping up, I kept seeing like at least there's like they kept going up in the standings as the season was progressing, and I never saw any coverage for it. So I just kept thinking to myself like, how come they're like hardly talking about Miami? Like it'll be an occasional Jimmy Butler or Kyle Lowry assist here and there, like a Caleb Martin dunk or something. But I was like, this team is like running the East right now, and like they got no coverage. So my sleeper team is Miami. So
I feel like that's an interesting pick because a lot of people the year before were so disappointed in them for
yeah,
like not making it far in the playoffs. So I feel like that disappointment carried over. And every time you bring up the Heat, people would be like, "Oh, they're us." Like, not really looking at what they're doing. They're just taking what happened last season and like dragging it on.
as a matter of fact, I think it's because they got swept by Milwaukee, right? And Jimmy he was in a slump that first round because they were locking him up. That was the year, right? It was like
I
the
think so.
Yeah.
previous season. That was when Jimmy was playing bad.
It didn't
Yeah.
help they had a quick turnaround from being in the finals to the start of the season. So I think
Yeah.
just by the time playoffs rolled back around, they were just gassed.
Yeah. So my pick is Miami. So y'all probably have some better ones, but that was one team I just felt
No,
like
that's a
didn't
good.
get
That's
enough.
a really
Miami
good
was
one.
good.
Yeah.
I
All right.
definitely did not think of them.
I got Toronto as my sleeper pick because everyone, it seemed like in
That's a good
the
one.
preseason,
That's a good one.
like no one was talking about them. They just assumed they were going to miss the playoffs, and then they ended up going further than they should have. I think Siakam for some reason turned up the gear even more. I
Mhm.
remember during the bubble, people were shitting on him because all he could do was a spin move into traffic, and then he'd get stripped or
Hey,
miss a
but it
layup or
worked.
something.
If
It,
it ain't broke, don't fix it, man.
but I think this year he got more skills in that bag of his, and it helps. Van Vliet was an all-star, wasn't he?
Yeah,
He was an
Van Vliet
Yeah,
was
all-star.
going
Yep.
off.
yeah,
And they have
Yeah.
what's that shooter's name? Malachi Flynn, if I'm
Oh,
not
yeah.
mistaken. Toronto
SDSU, yes sir.
and Scotty Barnes. So
Scotty.
that's a really great
yeah.
pick. Now I think about it, that's a really good choice.
I also thought about Raptors, and I got some stats for you guys.
All right.
They finished
Yes.
5th in the East, and their win percentage 585. I mean, almost 600 win percentage. I don't like Vaughn got a really. I don't know, man. That's a really good one.
That's a great one.
Also, I thought they were going to embarrass the Sixers and with a 3-0 comeback. It didn't happen, but it felt like
Yeah, I would have
it
loved
could
it.
happen.
Embiid was going way too crazy, bro. He was going
That's a
way
fact.
too crazy.
Yeah, Embiid wanted that chip.
Sucks that James Harden kind of gave up midway, and Tyrese Maxey was about to beat his ass on the bench. I remember that shit.
Well, my team isn't anywhere as good as yours or as either of y'all's, but my sleeper team is Oklahoma City, bro. They got that man Josh Giddey. They got Lou Dort. They got Shai Gilgeous. Come on, bro.
They got upside.
They- The only reason I'm pretty sure they had a losing record. But like I'm pretty sure the only reason their record looked the way it looked is because they're in the West. I think if they're in the East, they might be a low seed playoff. team. I'm saying low seed, maybe even playing.
I don't know.
The East
Give
did
the
get stronger,
bro. Listen.
All right.
Give the Thunder 2 to 3 years.
Oh yeah, they run it.
Oh, for sure.
Give them 2 to 3 years, especially with all them draft picks.
They have 1
all they
million draft picks. Like they're
Yeah, like
set.
they're gonna be good for like
That's
80 years.
that's all they need.
They
Gonna
got-
draft
I'm
nothing but
telling
Chets. They're gonna get
Yeah,
draft
they
all
got-
Chets.
They got Chet this year, and what's that Pukowski dude? They're gonna be twin towers. Put on
Poku,
some weight.
yes.
They fit Poku, right?
Yes,
Yeah, they
bro.
finna. Oh yeah, just,
Pokuchevsky, yes, bro. The thin towers, bro.
that's what.
Come on. They're gonna go crazy. Watch.
Hey,
Just
y'all remember
watch.
how small Giannis was coming in the league? And he put
True,
on 40
true.
pounds of muscle. Hey, just imagine. I'm just saying, it's the NBA. You never know, bro. Like I'm just saying, like there's a lot of things you told me years ago I would have laughed in your face, but hey, we're here now.
Yeah, true. I'm just not gonna let what Eugene slide about them being better in the East. I don't think that's true at all.
Bro, I think they would be.
The East is really good now. I
They did
feel
get
like
stronger.
They got top 5. I don't even think personally, I don't think the Raptors are that good. But after the Raptors, who's 6 through 10? Who's
The
6
only
through
reason
10?
I know the 6 is because it's the Bulls.
Cavs,
So the Bulls, and after that, I don't know.
Cavs, Nets,
Cavs,
Hornets,
yeah, Cavs, Nets, Hornets, and
Hawks, Atlanta Hawks.
Charlotte
The
was
Nets-
what? Was Charlotte dead last? Because I remember they did the play-in, but they got like
yeah,
obliterated
Charlotte was
by
dead
Atlanta.
last.
Okay.
By like 40.
Yeah, it was bad. I watched that one live. It was bad.
That's tough.
From 6
to
to
watch.
10, Bulls was 6,
Yeah.
Nets were 7, Cavs were 8, Hawks were 9, Hornets were 10.
Well,
If I'm not wrong,
Play-in.
I think I'm
They'll
right.
make the play-in.
Oh,
To
I
They'll
can-
make the
lose.
play-in.
To
They'll
lose.
lose, but they'll make the play-in.
Yeah.
I'm
doesn't-
telling you.
He doesn't have
Put
high
him
expectations.
in the
though.
East. They'll be better than what they are right now.
Okay.
That's my sleeper though. That's my sleeper.
That's an interesting one. I think that one's good. I don't know why you thought that wasn't a good one.
That's a
Shy,
very interesting one. Yeah,
I'm excited for Shy to like
he is
get
slept
better.
on.
Bro,
Shy,
Shy is
Slept on, bro. The Clippers. I don't know
so
why they
slept on.
for Paul George got rid of him and like man,
yeah.
Drip King, bro.
What do you think? You think Chet's gonna crumble? What do y'all think?
I don't think he's gonna crumble. I mean, he did pretty good in the summer league. I watched the first 2 Thunder games. He literally beat the blocks record, like the summer league blocks record in his first game. It's just I don't think he's gonna get tired from the pace. I think he's gonna get tired from like everyone being stronger than him.
Oh
Yeah, like
You know what I'm saying? Like, cause
Embiid's shoulder ramming into his
exactly.
chest all game. Yeah.
yeah.
Exactly.
Giannis is lighting his chest on
7
fire.
foot. Like he's over 7 feet.
Yeah,
So he's gonna be guarding, Giannis, DeAndre, Ayton, Miles Turner,
yeah.
like all them guys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cat go.
Even
Yeah,
Twig. Like he weighs just as much as I do. And I'm 6'1". Like that shouldn't be a thing.
Do you think he's gonna be able to push through? Oh, because a lot of people are rooting for his downfall. Do you think he's gonna be able to push through that?
Like, as in not listen to the media?
Yeah. Do you think he's gonna like let it get to him, or do you think he's gonna like be like, all right,
Oh,
use that as motivation?
honestly, I mean, hasn't he been getting that since high school though? Because I remember Eugene was showing me his highlights, and everybody was just saying the same old thing. Like,
Loki, he's too skinny,
yeah,
Yeah,
people
yeah.
just hate him because his confidence. Like, it's not a bad thing to be confident. Like, yeah, I don't get why people are mad at a dude for wanting to believe in himself. Like when they asked him who the best player is, and he said me in a few months. Like, you're supposed to think that in whatever it is, especially with competition. You're supposed to believe you're the best.
I
Like,
mean,
it
look
puts
at
you in
Ant.
he's the
Like he
type.
thinks the same way.
Ant thinks he
Yeah.
could be the best in any sport. That's the confidence you gotta
Literally.
have.
True.
He said he would
True.
be the best in lacrosse. Like just
Imagine if Chet went up to that media person, asked if he was going to be the best, and he went, honestly, I think there's a couple rookies better than me right now. I don't think I
Exactly.
deserve to.
Right. Like
supposed to
I
think
respect
that.
him as a basketball player. Like, no, you're not gonna say that.
He just looks like he thrives off the negativity too. Like it just
Honestly,
that's what he
The
wants.
next
Trey
Trey
Young,
Young,
bro. Yeah,
villain energy, bro.
those be the best players, man.
All right, my sleeper, and y'all are gonna clown me. I got the Timberwolves as my sleeper.
That's
I-
actually that's not bad. That's not like something you clown you for. It's not bad at all, personally.
I think it's pretty all right. I think
Yeah,
it's
it's
pretty
not bad.
all right.
Like,
I mean,
It could be worse.
yeah, for sure.
It could be worse.
I mean, they finished 7th seed. Even if last year they didn't even make the play-ins at all last year.
Exactly.
Right.
Pat Bev really changed the culture. I mean, they won the play-ins, which I know isn't that big a deal, but that was their first like playoff win since 2004.
Ooh.
So you could
They didn't make it since Jimmy left, right? Like I remember Jimmy took them, and then after
yeah,
that, up until
they
last year, they didn't make it at all, right?
yeah, no, they weren't making it either. But they haven't won since 2004.
Oh yeah, yeah, you're
Nah,
right.
that's
You're right.
so
You're right,
wild.
you're right.
That's so wild.
Cat stepped the fuck up. Like you
Right.
can say all you want about Cat, like on the bench, like talking every time, and then like immediately karma hitting him. But Cat really stepped up for them. Also, Anthony Edwards is a star in the making.
Oh,
Trust
facts.
and believe. Trust and believe he is, man.
Bro,
Like,
one of my roommates got his jersey already, bro. Like he about to go nuts. He's about to go insane.
Oh, for sure. Like, I don't know, just the way he carries himself, the way he treats the game. Like, Anthony Edwards is definitely, if not gonna like be one of the top stars, if not the top star in like a few years, I feel like.
No, yeah, I think like once we get the LeBrons and Currys and KDs out of the league, it's probably gonna be like him, Luca, maybe Trey. Like
Oh yeah,
we
Jaw.
yep, Jaw,
they're gonna
maybe
run
Zion, depending on his
injuries.
situation. But yeah, bro, I definitely agree with that statement.
And like it's like it's really organic. Like it's organic. Like to like this man. Like it's just he's not trying to put on a front for nothing. He just do what he got to do. You know what I'm saying? He's just all about his business.
He 100% him, bro.
Exactly. He's not. I don't know how to say it. But just hey, he's just him.
Yeah, no, for sure. He's like he treats media as if it's just talking. Like he doesn't really like. You can tell he doesn't think before he talks. Like
But not in a bad way.
not in a
like-
bad way. Like he's like pure, like a genuine person.
right.
I
He
mean,
just has an answer to everything.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let me ring off some of Cat's stats because I feel like people be disrespecting the man's low key. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
24 points per game, 52% from the field, and he's not one of those. Oh, I'm just gonna go bear it and hang in the paint and left hook. Like, no, he be all over the floor. So I feel like I don't know if the Timberwolves. I'm kind of worried about them because they're gonna try to run two bigs on the floor in a modern NBA.
Yeah.
They're trying to bring it back to the 80s.
Low key though, with that, personally, I think that could work. I don't think they're gonna. I think they'll figure out a system because Cat is more agile than Rudy, you know?
Mhm.
So I think he can guard, as in Cat can guard a stretch four, as opposed to
Oh, yeah.
Rudy, just can guard anyone. But honestly, they'll probably make Cat a stretch four anyway.
Yeah, I
You know?
think Rudy's for sure being the
Cat
big.
already got the
Right.
burner on him, so
Exactly. Just given, Cat can shoot. So personally, I think it could work, but we'll see.
We will. We will see. I
We'll
don't know.
see.
I know a lot of people like love to hate on him, but Pat Bev being traded away from them, like
I think that was kind of big too. I think that was kind of big.
like I don't think they're gonna be the same without him. Like he's
He
a like
shed tears, and then they traded him.
he got on that.
Crying to the
He got
playoffs.
on that commentator's table. He threw his jersey like he Dwayne Wade or something, bro.
but like he like he changed the culture for them. Like everyone like said that like ever since Pat Bev joined the team, they were taking themselves a lot more seriously.
That is
So
true.
now that he's gone, I wonder if they're still gonna have that,
The dog in him.
fire, that dog in them.
He got the dog in him.
I think they will, just not as much.
Yeah,
Because just
oh, no,
his
never mind.
presence brings that.
Yeah.
It just brings it out of them. But I just don't think. I think with him being on a different team, it's just gonna be like a little different.
Yeah, he did. He brought tenacity for sure, and like I think in that same season, Karl Anthony Towns was getting into it with everybody. I remember he was yapping in Jay Crowder's face, shoving Steven Adams off of him, deepening his voice in the post game. I know y'all peeped that. I know y'all saw that.
Cat was walking around like he was that man.
Like he was Kobe or something. He said, "Oh, job's not finished," and y'all know how he talks for real. Come on, I know y'all seen that clip. Come on. Like I like dude, but come on, bro. You ain't got to do all that.
What do you think T-Wolves are finishing next season?
The
They still
max 5 seed. I'll give him the 5
Yeah.
seed.
I'll say 6 or 7, depending on like fully healthy. Then yeah, actually 5 would be good. That's a good one.
Yeah, like 5-7.
Because it's what
Between
Ant,
5 and 7.
D'Lo, Gobert, and Cat. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
5. That's a good one. Yeah, I'd say 5. I agree with that.
I think that's really good. I think because now I want to know, what do you think the Thunder is going to be placing Eugene?
Where'd they place this year?
Ooh, I have no clue. I'm not gonna lie.
Let me.
I don't think they was like really bottom feeding. I don't know if they barely missed the playoffs. I don't
No, they
remember.
were low key body feeding, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they
They were
were.
bottom feeding. Oh, okay.
They were. They were the 14th seed.
Oh no! Oh no! Who had them beat as the bottom feeding team? Who had them beat? Bro?
Houston, I think. Houston for
Oh yeah, it
sure.
probably was. They had like 20 wins.
Houston was 15. I'll give.
Gee.
And the Trailblazers finished 13th, and Dame missed half the season. So,
Damn, bro. Like,
I'm gonna say playing. I'm gonna say playing.
Whoa.
oh, that's bold, bro.
I'm
just
gonna say
high
playing.
expectations, to be
They
honest.
my sleeper team. I'm gonna say playing.
I'm gonna
Hey,
say
if-
they. I'm gonna say
if
they
they
barely
make-
missed playing.
Oh, I think so too. I think they'll barely miss it. If they make the play in, that's gonna be exciting for them.
I'll commend you, G,
That'll
for
be
that.
that would be very good. That'll be very good.
Josh
But-
Giddey MVP.
Hey, he was rookie of the year in my book. That's all I'm gonna say.
Josh Giddey is tough. I will say that he is tough. He's tough.
Whoa. That's a bold. Wow, Eugene with the bold statements.
Bold takes.
Eugene,
Bold
he a
takes.
Thunder fan on the low.
Scotty Barnes. Hey, all praise to you, my brother. But Josh Giddey, that boy was hooping.
Yeah, yeah.
Only-
Josh Giddey was.
Only rookie in their class to get multiple triple doubles. That's all I'm saying.
That's a fact. And
That's all I'm saying.
it was at what 18 years old. He's the youngest player to do that. He beat LaMelo,
Yeah,
right?
I think he beat Lonzo, or was it Melo?
I think Melo broke his brother's record, and I think Josh was like, "Yeah, let me break that real quick." Like I don't know.
Hey, it was one of them. It was one of them.
It was a ball brother for sure. I don't know if it was Zoe or Melo, but yeah.
That's great. Okay. Well, that means. Yeah. Moving on to disappointers. Vaughn, who is your disappointing team? Who made you
Okay.
shake your head and cry in the shower?
Okay. I think the obvious answer here are two answers: the Nets and the Lakers. But I'm not
Yep.
gonna say them. I'm gonna say the 76ers.
Whoa.
Hey, dang.
Okay.
That's a good one.
That's good.
You get rid of Ben Simmons, great, and you get James Harden, who's supposed to be this playmaker, this dynamic scorer, and then he just looks slow out there. Like he was supposed to be getting dimes to Embiid, making it easier for Embiid, and he did do that to a degree, but then they still took that mad L against Miami. Like Embiid hurt, but even if he's healthy, they're not winning. And now they're stuck in this position where they need to acquire better depth. They signed PJ Tucker, which I like, but I don't know if they're going far even this year. And I think what happened last year is just going to carry over into this year. You're going to be worrying about Harden if he's going to show up. You're going to be worried about Embiid's health.
Yep.
And like they're kind of like stuck in this position. I think they got to like readjust, like get rid of Tobias Harris, make sure Tyrese Maxey gets more touches. It's just for someone who is Embiid, who was an MVP candidate, they're kind of just like in no man's land right now, and I don't know where they go from here.
I
I
think
have a question for you, Vaughn.
That's a good answer.
Yeah,
So if you were whoever decides the trades for the Sixers, who would you trade Tobias Harris for?
I would look to the Pacers to see what you can get for Buddy Hield and someone else. If you could get Miles Turner to either play power forward or backup center, I think that would really take the pressure off Embiid.
true. I don't think I can even name the backup center on the 76ers.
I don't
I
know.
don't even know if they have
DeAndre
one.
Jordan. I think
Oh,
it
it
was.
was, huh?
Oh,
So
I think you're right.
Embiid had to play all those minutes practically because DeAndre Jordan just can't move.
And yet the Nuggets signed him. Anyways, I think what went wrong is putting James Harden and Meek Mill in the same state. I think that's where it all went wrong.
Hey, and little baby ain't too far away. You know he close with me.
Facts.
Little baby just gonna take a flight, bro.
He a private jet away.
Exactly, bro. I guess with mine is just I didn't really, because it was like Vaughn said, it was the obvious answer, but I'm just gonna go with it because I can't really think of any off the top because you did bring it up and then you brought up other teams. And I'm like, damn, I can't. I'm just gonna say the Nets, man, because come on, like to be, you had James Harden at one point along with Kevin Durant. Like on paper, that's a championship. That's a championship off the top.
For sure.
That's like something off 2K, like a My League. That lineup right there. Like, come on now. And then you lose James Harden. What it was it midway through the season, like a little bit before All-Star break?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
You lost James Harden. Kyrie couldn't play because he didn't want to get the vaccine. Kevin Durant's doing what he can, and you barely make the playoffs as a 7 seed, just to get smacked by Jason Tatum and the Celtics. Not even get a single win. They just dog walked all the entire series. So it's Brooklyn. Come on, man. You had all this. And it's funny because Kevin Durant and Kyrie, like, they're getting what they want, yet they're still not happy. Like, everything was built around you guys, and Kevin Durant wants to leave. Kyrie wants to leave. Well, I don't know where they want to go. I know the rumors are picking up with Kyrie going back to LeBron, and then Kevin Durant. I don't know what he want to do. It's just you had all this like worked out or laid out for you, and yet you're still not happy with it. Like that whole thing was just a mess. Like, and it sucks because Brooklyn traded away their future, and some of those trades that they had back in a little bit before Jaylen Brown got drafted, it turned out to be Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum. So Brooklyn just having problems with their future right now. Honestly,
Fumbled.
I don't know how to. I don't know how to say
Fumbled,
it.
in other words.
But like also, they didn't even really try. I mean, can you name one year where everyone was healthy?
Nah,
No.
I can't even name a game where they all were healthy and played together. I don't know off the top.
KD and Kyrie didn't even at least like, okay, we're finally both healthy. Let's like at least give it one last try. No, they said peace. They're like,
Yeah.
they're like, oh, we're both healthy. Why even bother? Like, might as well go get the bag and leave. I mean, do you guys think that Ben Simmons would have changed anything in that Celtics playoffs?
It's kind of hard to say.
Yeah, like
honestly.
Like, don't get me wrong, like, at least with me, like, when Ben Simmons plays, like, fully healthy, like, Duke, he's a good defensive player, and he could score inside the back. All he has to do is just shoot the ball. Like, just at least try to shoot the ball. Like, I feel like he's a little too passive sometimes, too. Like, obviously, when he's playing, but I don't know. It's hard for me to say. Probably would have tried, but I don't think it would have. Probably not. I don't think it would have been, like, that much of a difference maker. Hard to tell.
How long has it been since he's played?
Ben Simmons?
He sat out the entire season, actually, I believe.
Yeah.
Ever since that playoff games against the Hawks, he sat out. And I think he had that strained relationship with Philly. Then the whole trade happened with James Harden. And then, yeah.
So it's like, it's really just hard to gauge because, like, nobody even knows how he plays now, you know?
Exactly.
He could be a sharpshooter for all we know, but we ain't seen him step on the floor. Like,
you don't want to be on the court, yeah.
there was that off-season video of him in the gym shooting threes. Y'all remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
I do.
Every offseason, there's a video of him shooting threes, but you don't do it in the game.
You're not lying, man.
And then I don't know. It's just a who knows, you know?
Yeah. He's a what if story at this point.
Yeah.
Or what could have been.
Are y'all rooting for him, or are y'all like kind of?
I mean, I'm not praying on his downfall, but like I'm not really like bro, come on, like you acting like a kid right now, bro. All they asked you to do was shoot a ball. I'm not. It's whatever with me. Like I'm not gonna pray on his downfall or anything, but it'd be cool to see him play again. But I'm not holding my breath for it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I'm in the same boat because I never even really watched him play on the Sixers. It was just whatever was on my feed, I saw him do. But if he decides to play again, which I'm sure he will, I'll be actually excited to watch him play and see the differences, if any, between then and whenever he plays again, you know?
Oh, for sure. All right. I'm going to say my disappointing team. And I feel like this one's also kind of obvious, but I feel like I got to get some things off my chest about this team. The Knicks. I'm low key. I root for the Knicks every year. Every year I root for the Knicks because
I'm a
their
Bulls fan,
team
so
is
we
just
rivals.
like every year they're always just so bad. So you want them to be good. You want them to be good. Like they had an amazing season the year before. They were expected to be even better. And then they go 17-24 at Madison Square Garden. Probably the easiest arena to win a game at, and you have a losing record. I mean, and then not only that, Julius Randle was this. Oh, I don't know what happened, but there was like, I feel like every day you got on Twitter, and there's like just him like not caring, and like the iconic like him dumbsing down the crowd, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Monstars took away his talent, bro. He had that Linsanity year. It was a season this time. It wasn't a week.
Literally.
Like,
yeah. But at least Insanity, like
yeah,
Jeremy Lin did dirty by the NBA.
Oh, that's a
Low-key.
fact. Hey, he got his ring though. Hey, he got his ring in the end.
True,
By
true.
Toronto. Well, shout out to him.
But like, I don't know what it is about New York players who like hate just their fans. Because even like, it's not just the Knicks. Like, they got the Mets, the Yankees. Like, all their players hate New York. So if I'm a New York fan, I'm looking at myself in the mirror like, why do these players hate us so much?
That should tell you something about the city though. Like,
New York
if you're
toxic,
on-
bro. New York
if
is
you're
so
on-
toxic.
They were literally calling him Bootius Randall. I'd be upset too. I'd be upset too.
Oh,
They can't do that to me.
Oh. Even with the disappointing season that Brooklyn had, they still run in New York. I don't care, bro. I'm sorry.
True. The Nets are never gonna be the team.
Oh
The
no,
Nets are
facts.
never.
Oh yeah, for sure it is.
But I think the biggest reason why I put them is because the young guys are getting treated so poorly.
Cam Reddish, man, he's the first one I thought of.
Cam,
Not playing him,
RJ
just
Barrett,
like Atlanta.
Quickly,
Yeah.
Obi Toppin. Who was Marcus Morris? I think it was, or Marquis. Which one?
Probably Marquise.
What
No,
happened?
Marcus.
I want to say Mark.
I think it
Marquise
was
does when he left
Marcus.
the Lakers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why
than the
is he
Clippers.
getting more playing time than Obi Toppin? Why? Like, what are you doing? What's with your rotation?
It's the veteran experience.
Tom
The-
Thibodeau, he hates playing rookies. I know that because the Bulls.
Yeah, like I don't know what he's doing. Like RJ Barrett could be so much better, but he's not getting the ball that much.
They're not
Hey,
developing that
Hey,
man
he had that
right.
one buzzer beater though.
Yeah, I'm a big RJ Barrett fan. I think he could be so good, but like on the Knicks, they're just like if you're under the age of 27, you're not getting on the court. Might as well get comfortable, keep your pants on because you're not getting on the court.
Keep the
Keep the
warm
warm-ups on,
yeah,
son.
keep the warm
True.
Because like
What happened to Alonzo Trier and Kevin Knox? Like when they first started playing,
bro.
everyone's
Do
talking
Alonzo-
about
not,
them.
Knox
do
got traded
not
to
get me
Atlanta.
started on either of them, bro. They
Ooh.
are, oh my, they got treated terribly, absolutely
Makes no
terribly.
sense.
Wasn't Trier like one of the reasons they won? They had like that little stretch of games when I don't remember what season he played, but I remember he was like a huge like
I
reason
think
as
it was
to
his
them.
rookie. I think it was either his rookie or sophomore year.
But he was like the driving
He was
force
going
behind
crazy.
Exactly. He
He
had a
was going
stretch. Like,
crazy. It was like I think he was averaging like 25, bro. I was like,
Yeah.
bro, he's a bucket. Cause I saw him when he not first started playing.
Mhm.
It was like a March Madness. Cause he was at University of Arizona,
Mhm.
and I think I don't remember when it was. I think it was his junior year, and I was like, he's gonna be a killer in the NBA. Got drafted to the Knicks. Never saw him again, literally. And same with Kevin
Yeah.
Knox. I followed him through high school. Got drafted by the Knicks. Never saw him again. Just like, come on, bro.
Ever since that Fortnite suit jacket in the draft, the NBA be trying to they made sure that man was out of there, bro. He got no playing time on the Knicks. Got traded to Atlanta. No playing time over there. Like, come on, man. And I don't even know where Alonzo Trier's at. Like, I legit don't know if he's in the NBA, like, still, or if he's G League. Like, I really don't know. Like, I'm not even trying to be funny. Like, I dead don't know where he's at.
I have
Yeah.
no idea either.
And what's worse about the Knicks is I don't think RG Barrett has resigned yet, has he?
No, I don't think
I
so.
haven't heard anything about it.
Like that's
He was
scary. What are you
he's still on
doing?
his rookie, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. I don't
resign that man. Why are you taking so long?
Hey, he pulling the Kyler Murray.
No, I think he wants to resign. I think I saw a tweet where he was like, next, because I don't know who else resigned. Someone else resigned with the Knicks recently. I don't
Mitchell
know
Robinson.
who. Mitchell
Oh, it's
Robinson.
him.
Yeah. So I
Mm.
think he like retweeted like the announcement. It was like me next. But it
Okay.
hasn't happened since.
That's bad juju right there.
Yeah, the Knicks saw that and be like, I'm sorry, when did you become 30? Like you're not you're not getting that money.
You're not gonna retire soon.
Facts. I don't know. I just either they gotta do something. Something's
Yeah.
gotta change in the front office. I think Tom should go. Tom works on a team with vets. Like you put
Yeah.
him you put him on a team with like solid veterans who are actually good and not just like old. I think he can thrive, but like him and young teams just does not go well.
They do not coincide. He needs to be on just a contender. Like
Yeah.
just, I can't think of one off the top, but if he's on a contender, I think he'll be okay.
I mean, look what he
It's
did
just-
to the
That's kind of hard though, because contenders don't need coaches.
Yeah,
True.
they kind of just
Like they're contending, so it's like they're not gonna unless they do some completely absurd shit
Mhm.
and get fired. But it's just I think he's just trying to get a job.
yeah. I mean, look what he did to the Timberwolves. He made them basically the Bulls.
Yeah.
Taj,
Yeah.
Jimmy, Aaron Brooks. Actually, no cap. I remember Aaron Brooks was there. Oh,
He basically made them the Bulls.
the Timberwolves. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think Joe Kim was there, but yeah, the Timberwolves. I remember that was a little thing.
Yeah, like I don't know. I just don't. You have such good young players. Put them on the court.
Right.
Let
Don't.
them develop. Like
Yeah, like Kemba's kind of slowing down. Like he spent most of his time in Charlotte. Like
he spent his good years in Charlotte. Like no disrespect to the
Nah,
man.
yeah,
but-
he spent all his good years in Charlotte.
Yeah, Boston, it was underwhelming, and then New York.
I was
Derrick
kind of
Rose.
excited when he went to New York, but like
They didn't play him.
they didn't know.
From what I've seen, it felt like Derrick Rose is doing better than him. From every Knicks game that I could catch.
Yeah.
Like
Derrick Rose was hurt, and then they still didn't play Kemba.
that's so
So-
disrespectful. Can you imagine? Like you're the only option. They're like, nah. It was mad
Just him
disrespectful.
completely. You just nope. You're not even. Don't even think about it.
Yeah, just stay in your warm ups.
My
Back-
disappointer is the Lakers, bro. We didn't even make the playoffs. So like the Nets were able to. We missed it completely. We didn't even make the play-in.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
that's my disappointer.
Yeah, I feel like that's so obvious. I feel like if Eugene didn't say the Lakers, I would be kind of
yeah.
I
gotta
would be
be-
shocked.
all assumed Lakers.
Like at the beginning of the season, I was mad hype. I was like, bro, we got Russ, we got Melo, like we lit. Didn't even make the playoffs.
Yeah, that's rough.
It didn't help that AD was hurt, bro.
No, I
It
didn't.
didn't help that AD was hurt. Russ was just, damn, bro. I don't even know what was going on with him, bro.
Not at all. That was bad.
Like,
And the fact that he wants to play like a shooting guard too. But that's a story for another day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I feel
honestly.
like Russ should have had another triple double season because he could be passing the ball.
to LeBron, like,
Like if he tried, he could have gotten a triple. Because like you're getting assists on a Thunder without KD. Imagine the assists you can get on a team with
With
Melo,
LeBron.
yeah, and LeBron.
Anthony
like,
Davis, like, come on,
Nah,
bro.
right.
Like,
but I don't know. You like something about people joining other teams. Like it's always change. Either they
Bro,
get
it's not
better or
even
they get
that,
worse.
bro. It's to me, I feel like it's once people play with LeBron, they just don't know how to play basketball anymore.
I'm saying,
That's
man.
what I think it is. Like, bro, how do you explain J.R. Smith's in the finals, bro?
True.
When he rebounded the ball and took it out. How do you spell
Like,
The Henny.
and Kyle Korver couldn't knock down a 3 to save his life.
That's what I'm saying. Kyle Korver is arguably one of the greatest 3-point shooters to ever shoot a basketball.
This dude is a bona fide sniper, and then in the finals,
vanished.
Like for real. And then George, I don't even think Kevin Love, man, just God.
Yeah.
Bro. Minnesota Kevin Love was something nice, and then
right.
Like, don't get me wrong,
he got traded.
He had his moments, but it was just like,
what do you guys think? What do you
know.
guys think the Lakers are gonna be next season?
Man,
because I feel like they have.
11th seed.
Yeah, honestly, anything higher than that.
I don't know. I feel like they have less people this year than they did last year.
Well, okay, but we did kind of get rid of our people, but we also got Lonnie Walker from the Spurs.
Oh yeah, you did.
Damian Jones. We also got someone else. But bro, the thing that made me mad was we got rid of Malik Monk. Or we didn't.
Went to the Kings.
We just let him go. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, we should have signed him, but hopefully better than the 11 seed. If it's anything worse, I'm gonna have to contemplate my loyalty, bro.
We wouldn't even be mad at you for it, bro.
Yeah, facts.
Hey, like I've seen some pretty bad years, but like,
yeah,
you can't have all these star players and lose like that.
Right.
Hey, at least I got that boy AR-15 Austin Reeves, man. Goat.
Hey, bro.
Tom Holland.
He gonna be balling, bro. He gonna be balling.
In them games where
Mac,
it didn't,
bro. We need Mac. All we need is Mac. We sign
you'll
Mac,
have him for a little bit.
I'll be happy. We don't have him. The Warriors have him.
Yeah, for the summer league team, right?
Yep. I think low key they signed him on 2-way, but I don't know. I could be wrong.
I remember we had him for a 10-day when everybody was catching COVID. So.
Yep, I was mad about that too.
Hey, at least y'all got Scottie Pippen Jr. now.
That's true. I did forget about him.
Is he on 2-way?
I think he's the rookie on a 2-way. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so
too.
Yeah, he's been playing.
Yeah, because I think the Lakers only signed one, or maybe it might be the entire NBA. I don't know. But I know the Lakers signed at least one rookie on a 2-way.
Okay.
Yeah, because they let Sharif walk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's
I feel
just
like
a lot of question marks on their roster. Like, is Damian Jones going to show up? Is Thomas Bryant going to step up?
Is Kendrick Nunn going to play basketball ever again?
No, that's facts though, because this year, I think he'll be a free agent.
Yeah, I don't even know, bro. Like, I honestly had high hopes. Like I'm not even a Lakers fan like that, but I was like, he was a dog in Miami. I'm like, oh, he's gonna add. Like, he's young.
Not right.
And
I don't even know how he got hurt.
I don't either. Like, I don't know if it was off the court or like practice. Like, I really don't. Like, I legit don't know.
I don't know, bro. That was one thing that made me mad too, because he signed in the offseason, but was perfectly healthy the season before, and then didn't play a single game in the regular season. I'm just like, what happened?
Honestly, I thought he was on some day-to-day in the beginning of the season, and then like the season like went by, and I was like, yo, I just realized he did not play like once. Like, he was in casuals the whole like season.
I don't know.
I think
some of these players be finessing.
He had knee surgery?
I think it was knee surgery, and then he should have come back like a few months into the season, and then he must have seen how the Lakers were doing. I was like, never mind.
Nah, I ain't going out there.
Nah, I'm gonna pass on that.
That's funny.
But moving on, because let's be positive again. That kind of brought my mood down. Let's talk about who succeeded, because I feel like succeeders, there's a lot. I feel like a lot of teams stepped up to the plate last season. I'm hoping it happens again. I'm hoping this season coming up, more teams step up. I'm tired of the same old teams. And I feel like last season we got that. We got people stepping up.
For me, I'm gonna just go with the blatantly obvious answer, the Warriors. Although I'm a Warriors hater, they came off of two struggling struggle bus
Egregious.
years,
Horrible.
The worst way it could have went. It was basically a rebuild, but they still had the same players on their team. They had Curry hurt and Thompson hurt, like the two best players on their team. And then Curry came back, still struggling. But yeah, it's the Warriors for me. They were at the lowest of the low, then reached the pinnacle of the NBA.
I see exactly what you mean by that. Like, it makes a lot of sense because Clay hadn't played in 2 years. Curry came off that broken hand injury last season, and for them to just win a championship the very next season when everybody's there, that makes a whole. I get what you're trying to say with that. I was looking to have them, like, they were going to be my sleeper choice because nobody would have thought that they'd make it all the way the very next
I feel like
year.
they would have been a good sleeper choice.
I was gonna use them, but like I felt like I don't know. But it's
Not only do they have that championship core, they have a young core too. So they have Jordan Poole, who exploded this offseason.
Kuminga.
And then they have Kuminga and Moody and James Wiseman.
Yeah.
So, and those guys are getting more minutes this year. So they're still scary moving in this year.
I'm not a believer in James Wiseman.
Whoa.
I'm not. I haven't seen nothing from him.
Because he's been hurt.
I gotta see something. I gotta see something.
I mean, yeah, I'm excited to see what he's done, especially after he did that Kobe thing with the championship.
Oh,
right. like, bruh.
They was clowning his ass hard.
But like, I'm excited to see what he does. Him and Wiggins, like Wiggins' career, got like that Call of Duty revive. Like,
oh god,
he showed them like, oh y'all think I'm a bust, and then like went off.
And he knows his role so well, like to be the defender, to be a tertiary scorer to Thompson, Jordan Poole. He just has to be there. He just show up.
And
I still think he's a bust.
Oh my god!
From All-Star starting in championship.
He shouldn't have been an All-Star. Maybe
he shouldn't have been a starter.
Maybe a reserve. Yeah, maybe a reserve.
Yeah,
definitely not a starter.
I agree with that.
Yeah, All-Star. Yeah, starter. Hell no.
Didn't he start over Luka?
Yes, that's what I was like. What?
Like, bruh,
no,
he's not a starter. But whatever.
Exactly, man.
Do you guys think the Warriors are gonna be right back
into the finals? Ooh.
Oh, or just
I
like
think they could. I think they could. But the Nuggets, they're gonna come back healthy. So I think that might shake up the conference a little bit.
Yeah.
the Nuggets, though, we lost a lot. We lost Cousins. We lost Barton. We lost Forbes. Morris. The only people I see.
Did y'all get KCP though?
Yeah, but KCP's not that great.
He's a switch out for Barton.
Yeah, it's basically another Barton, but like, there's so
Bryn
many.
Forbes. Did he actually play for y'all though?
No, because Malone doesn't know how to play those type of players.
He's literally just a shooter. Like, bro, just get him on the court. Like.
No, but yeah, and Malone would put him in bad situations, and he would brick.
Y'all still got Compazzo, right?
Bro, who cares about Compazzo?
Bro, Campazzo's nice.
Annoying. Yeah, he's tough.
No.
For 5'10".
No.
Come on, bro.
Bro, Campazzo's not.
He's 5'10".
Come on.
No,
hey,
y'all don't appreciate the passing. Y'all
that's what I'm saying, bro. You need some. Like, he don't have to be a bucket. He just gotta. He's a little man running on the court. He could probably get a steal or two.
We only have 2 buckets. We only have 2 buckets on that team, bro. We need a bucket.
Buckets, though. I will say that. But hey,
y'all really, when y'all lost Gary Harris, that was a big mess up. At least in my opinion.
No, it was because Aaron Gordon. Come on.
Everybody thought Aaron Gordon and Jokic was going to be like Lob City again because you know how Jokic could pass. Everybody thought they were going to be a 1-2 punch. Nope. Bro's
Yeah,
jacking up
no.
threes and just missing everything. Like, what?
But-
It's not
but-
it's not what you do.
Another thing is that the Nuggets let Cousins walk, and Cousins was finally doing good again.
That's true.
Yeah.
And
Very true.
you know
Yep.
who we replaced him with? DeAndre Jordan.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah, lose.
Hey, bro, Jamal Murray ain't gonna let that happen. He ain't gonna let that happen.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Bro
I
gotta
just feel
go in
like
there.
we also there's one upside is that we got Bruce Brown, and I feel like
Oh, y'all did? Oh,
Yeah.
Whoa, that's a really
Yeah.
good. I feel like that. I
Yeah.
personally, that's a good pickup. That's
defense. I'm gonna
I
be
don't.
saying that all day. Defense.
I'm a
That
Bruce
man-
Brown hater.
What? God.
Y'all just choosing all the stuff I hate right now, bro.
Hey, honestly, let's put Bruce Brown on the Warriors and see how my boy react.
Might as well.
That'd be funny as hell.
I ain't gonna lie too. I was a Jordan Poole hater.
Wow.
I
Oh,
was.
what?
I was.
He saw him get crossed up by Talon Horton Tucker and was like, I seen enough. He said, I seen enough. He made that man do the splits and everything.
Nah, he
man. That was
did.
crazy.
That was bad. That was very bad.
Hey, but Jordan Poole bounced back. I will give him that
Nah, he
Yeah.
nice. He nice.
for sure.
Nah, Bruce Brown though. Nah.
No chance. No shot.
Anyways, Vaughn, who do you got for succeeders?
Oh, this is an easy answer for me. You think I'd say Boston, but no, I'm gonna say Memphis. They
That's
were
Memphis.
That's a great choice.
the
Yeah.
second seed in the West. And if they had a healthy jaw, maybe they take down the Warriors. I don't know. It just they would look better. And I think moving forward, this is a great place to build off of. They got a young core. I think they got to keep a mindset of we have to go through the Warriors next season. I think they're cocky as hell. They're confident.
But they can back it
So
up.
cocky.
Oh yeah, they can walk that walk
They can
too.
back
Yeah.
it up.
They
Yeah.
can. I enjoyed watching them, and I think when they go into next season, they have to think it's not going to be handed to them because it feels like, oh, we're young, we'll make it to the finals eventually. Uh, Anything could happen, injuries. Maybe management is dumb and they make dumb trades. Maybe they just
Which
don't
they will.
replicate the success they have. You don't know what'll happen. So I think if they can continue their good play, uh, I wouldn't be surprised if they're in the finals 3 or 4 years, within 3 or 4 years. So
Who
I
do you
think
guys think
big
is
dub.
number 2 on the Grizzlies?
Like
in
second
terms of
option.
what?
Second option. Or just like, Jaw and blank, Shaq, Penny, Wade.
As of right now, it's only because he had a good season. I would say Desmond Bain because he had a good season. Jaren, I think, kind of declined a little bit this season as far as like his play, but Desmond Bain had a good season to complement Jaw's great season too. So it's only for right now. That's not like no set in stone. Like typically you think it'd be Jaw and Jaren, like the whole Shaq. No, I'm not gonna. Well, I guess Shaq and Kobe type comparison. Yeah, but I would say right now Desmond Bain, and I believe Dylan Brooks was hurt. That's the only reason I didn't really bring him up. But I'm gonna say Desmond Bain personally. But
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Like he's a 20-point scorer. He
Mhm.
this is his sophomore year. Like I don't
Yeah,
know
I
what
believe
he
so.
can do next year. So
Yeah.
it's just a great game to build off of. I do like Jaren Jackson Jr. both ways. He can shoot and he's a great defender. So he doesn't need to be that 20-point scorer like Desmond Bain. He just needs to, you know, get those rebounds, make sure no one goes in the paint, and he can guard the perimeter if he has to. With
Mhm.
those against those stretch fours. So I really like Jaren Jackson Jr. too.
Yeah, I'd probably second both of those statements as well as Dylan Brooks, because Dylan Brooks, you know, just like Jaren Jackson. I mean, everyone on that team basically can guard anyone minus Steven Adams.
Right.
But yeah, I will they have a second option though? I don't think so.
Hmm. That's what I was gonna say next is will there ever be because I feel like right now it's Jaw is clearly willing them most of the time.
Mm.
You can
But
make
they
an argument.
won without him. Like
Yeah,
they had a winning record without Jaw playing.
Right.
They're a solid team without him.
Do you think their prospect is gonna add anything? I don't know if you guys have checked them out.
Who'd they draft?
it was. I feel like it might be the same person, but was he the one in summer league? He's like a 6'6" post. He was like just bullying Chet in the post. Is it that player?
Yeah,
I believe. I
yeah,
don't
it
know his
was,
name, but
Oh, Kenny Lofton.
yeah,
yeah,
he,
Kenny
Oh,
Lofton.
he could. Yeah, he could add some. He could add something to the team for sure.
I was gonna ask, like, do you think maybe that's the second? Like, you think if Kenny's really, you think he could be the second option, or you think he's gonna be more
not the second.
Desmond Bain?
he's a role player. He's a
Not
good role player, I think.
I would say, yeah,
right.
at least right
Not in
now.
his first year. Not in his first year.
Yeah, he's gonna
Yeah,
have
yeah.
to develop, but in the future, he's got potential. Like he's got potential for sure.
Jaw has been loving him. I mean, I think Jaw has like been tweeting his ass off about how excited he is to play with him.
New members.
For me, my six eaters, I feel like all six eaters are kind of obvious, but I'm gonna go with a little. I feel like a lot of people wouldn't say they succeeded. The Suns. I feel like they kind of bounce back pretty. Like the playoffs is disappointing, but I feel like in the regular season they showed why they were in the finals. Like they came back just as hot, just like as on fire. They were like Devin Book was going off, Chris Paul was going off. Like I don't know, I feel like the Suns really came back after the disappointing loss and like showed why they were there in the first place. The playoffs loss though, I'm not gonna front. That kind of hurts my argument.
I like it does. Like I see what you're saying on both ends. It's just kind of like now how are they going to bounce back, you know?
Yeah.
And then they're probably going to make the playoffs. So this how are they going to play in the playoffs, you know?
Yeah.
So your argument isn't totally invalid until the playoffs.
Yeah.
Because then it's gonna be like, are they a regular season team? You know?
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah.
Hopefully, they could beat those allegations. That's what I'm
Right.
gonna say. Actually, you said it for me.
Utah Jazz, they were the 1 seed like what 2 years ago, and then they just got bounced first round,
Crumbled.
this past season.
Yeah.
So they might be 2.0 of that.
Do
Hopefully
you-
not.
Do
For
you
real.
think this is Chris Paul's last chance? Because I feel like
No.
since I feel like
Chance
every
for-
year it's his last chance, but do you think this season's really it?
No, he's just his basketball mind is too good for this past season to be his last chance. He's still got Devin Booker. He's still got DeAndre Ayton. Even if he couldn't shoot, let's say he couldn't shoot anymore, he has great vision. He's gonna
Yeah.
get the open man. So he's good for their system.
They don't call him point guard for nothing, and just like him
Right.
playing with Monty Williams when they were in New Orleans together, he already kind of had a feel of like how the system is. I'm sure. So they got upside. And plus, they could just they'll make some moves. Yeah, I'm not gonna count them out just yet. So
Honestly, unless he wants to beforehand, I don't see him retiring until LeBron retires. Only because
I could see that.
like what Vaughn was saying, he doesn't need to do anything but pass.
Yeah.
Like that's his best attribute of his game. So, and passing goes literally with any system.
Mm-hmm.
Like everyone needs a point guard of some sort.
Yeah.
So people aren't just gonna pass on him. People will pay the money to have him on their team.
Do
And
you
fun-
think Ayton's getting traded? Because
I
I
hope
know
not.
I know that's a big reason why the Suns re-signed him is because they could use him to get KD because he wants out.
Oh yeah.
Their thought
Well-
process is CP3 is going to turn any center into like a serviceable center. Maybe there's some truth to that, but I feel like Ayton's too good of a scorer in the post and just a presence in the paint
To
to
let go.
lose him. But I guess it would make sense for them to trade, especially if they're just going to replicate the success in the playoffs again, what just happened. It's a tough situation, I think.
I don't think the Suns should trade him at all. I think they need to keep the same roster. But
Run it back.
didn't wasn't PJ Tucker on that championship, or when they made the finals? Wasn't he on that team or no?
I
He,
think he was.
he was on the Bucks.
Was he on the
Yeah, he
Bucks?
was in the Bucks.
He was on the
He was on
Bucks.
the Bucks.
He was against him.
He has played for Phoenix for sure though. I get what you.
Right.
That's why I said
I thought he was on that Phoenix team, but maybe not.
Yeah, no.
But no, yeah, I think they need to run it back until, like, if something doesn't work, then change it up.
Yeah,
You know?
keep developing Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson. Honestly,
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you think Chris Paul had one of the greatest playoff performances in all time when he went 100 from the field? Do you think that's gonna be remembered forever, or do you think that's gonna be like one of the lesser known?
They're gonna
When you
just
talk about CP3, they'll be talking about that game, but I don't know about NBA history wise.
Yeah.
yeah. It'll have to be like only pertaining to him because like, and plus they always use like his loss. They always bring up like what he hasn't done anyway. So that's just the
Mhm.
media in general though. But I feel like looking back on his career, they'll bring it up, like, but not like with NBA history. Just kind of like what Vaughn said, pretty much.
That's
Right.
Do you
because
think it's
to me,
because what round he was in, or do you think it was because like it was just wasn't that like, you know what I'm saying?
If he
Oh
had
yeah,
gone
like
to the finals and won a championship, everyone would be talking about that
yeah,
forever.
like if he did
but
that in the finals, like depending on where he did it at.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
then
think
yeah,
that
I
would be
think yeah,
important.
I agree with that. I feel like that though, like that question is kind of like, is Dwight Howard's, what do you have, like 2020 game gonna be immortalized kind of thing
yeah,
when he was on the Hornets?
yeah, it was against the Warriors. I remember that game. He was just hitting
Yeah,
for my succeeder team. It's only because like what they're doing with him and how they're building around this one player. Um, obviously they didn't go as far as they wanted to, but I'm gonna just go with the Mavericks because of what they're doing with Luka Doncic and how they're just letting him do his thing, and he also with the team. I would say I feel like if they had Tim Hardaway Jr., they could have went a little farther because I do remember him being sidelined for the season. Um, I would also say just when losing, oh no, sorry, with Dinwiddie, that he was a good pickup for them because he complimented them as far as scoring. And then I think it's just maybe during the offseason just sign some more depth, and I think that they can go a long way. But I would say the Mavericks.
I mean they
As
did
far as
just
the team.
sign Christian Wood,
Yeah, they actually did.
so
I
that's
think
a
he was
good
the
pickup.
first. Yeah, he was the first offseason move, right?
I think so.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
and he's a big man too, so but
Yep.
I would say the Mavericks
That's a good
as
pickup.
far as that.
They did bounce the Suns. They embarrassed them.
Yeah.
They
I would
really did.
call that a win for the playoffs, but they did lose Jalen Brunson, so I don't know how they
To
look
the Knicks,
moving
yep.
into the season.
Yeah, but also who would only the Knicks would pay Jalen Brunson that much.
That's why the Knicks are the Knicks now. I'm telling you.
Like you can say like the Mavs messed up, but you could also say like the Knicks messed up a little bit more, because
Right.
like Jalen Brunson, 42, I think it was.
Yeah, for 4 years.
Like, come on, bro, what are you doing?
That's why the Knicks are the Knicks, bro. They're overpaying these players. Like you gave it to a star player, I understand, but bro, like
Yeah, that's
The
bad.
Mavericks would have been in a pinch if they signed that contract for Brunson. Like they got a point guard in Dinwiddie already. If they can just use that money to find some depth, I think they'll be set.
mhm.
It's just a matter of finding who will fit in their system.
that's really all the Mavericks need. I feel like because yeah, like you already got a lineup and Dinwiddie and Luca, and then Christian Wood. You can see what he brings to the table, fully healthy, and just get more depth. And I feel like Dallas could get over that hump personally if everybody's healthy and they're on their game. So that's why I picked them, even though they did do really well. I feel like, and Luca finally, or he's showing like the player that he can be.
Yeah, Luca's definitely gonna go far. I don't
Yeah,
know if it's gonna be with the Mavs, but he's
yeah,
definitely gonna go far.
that's definitely up in the air for sure. But how it seems like they're kind of catering to Luca though, because I do remember when he came in or when he first got drafted, everybody thought it was going to be him and Dennis Smith Jr. dynamic duo. And then I don't know if it was because of Luka, but it just seems like every time there's like some turmoil, they always keep Luka and they just get rid of which obviously is the smart decision. And then from what I believe, he was one of the reasons that Carlisle ended up getting fired. I heard that there was a lot of turmoil there, which is obviously the smarter choice. You're going to keep the young star over the coach, but yeah, once they get everything figured out, I'm telling you, they're doing serious damage, like more damage than they're already doing now. So,
Where do you guys see them going next year?
Probably same place.
Yeah, I think at most 4 seed. It just depends on what they do with their signings. Luka's gonna Luka. It just, do they have the capabilities in their bench to go far?
I think that's their biggest thing, just their bench.
It's really
I think their starters are fine.
Man, yeah, I feel like we got some pretty good teams out there. Do you guys want to say like any teams that you think should be mentioned in any of the categories before we end?
Successes, I would put Boston there because they made the finals. I mean, that's what any team's trying to do.
sure.
And they just added
Boston,
on in this offseason. So that's a big success right there.
Low key, for me, for a sleeper, I'm going to say the Clippers.
Yeah.
Because they had Kawhi hurt basically the entire season. Paul George was like in and out from being hurt. Yeah. Didn't they sign some people too?
John Wall.
John Wall's now a Clipper.
Yeah.
Yep.
John Wall's now a Clipper. That's gonna be scary.
Yeah, like healthy Clippers.
They go.
I don't know
crazy.
who's on their bench, but yeah, healthy Clippers. They might contend like top 3.
And you got like what, Terrence Mann? Is he starting now or is he still come off the bench?
I think he come off the bench.
Did he?
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't watch enough Clippers to know, honestly.
Yeah,
I don't think I'm the top.
That ain't my team, but
like, I'm really trying to think right now. I don't know.
You got Reggie Bullock was coming off the bench too, I think.
Yeah,
he was the point guard for a while. Okay.
Reggie Bullock was torching us for no reason.
Jackson or Bullock? Wait, Jackson or Bullock?
Oh yeah, Jackson.
Oh, okay.
Jackson.
I was like, wait, I don't remember Reggie Bullock ever going. I thought he was on the Mavs.
Yeah.
I mean, they also have Covington, right? Don't they still have Covington?
Ooh, and Norman Powell.
Oh so yeah, he was part of that.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah. They have a solid team.
Like they got some shooters, bro.
They got
some shooters.
I will say that.
Yeah, they got healthy. They're definitely gonna be top 3 in my opinion.
I could definitely see that. Like,
yeah, I feel like. All right, yeah, I feel like that's a good ending spot. So next week we're gonna talk about our favorite, prospects. Look back at the summer league. Get some of people who don't know in the know. But thank you for listening, and we hope to see you again next week.
Yes, sir.
Real quick before the podcast really ends, I just want to let you know where to find the Spin the Rock podcast. We are on Apple, Spotify, and YouTube. As of right now, we are only in audio, but we will do video eventually. You can also find us on Twitter at Spin the Rock, where you can get all of our episode updates. All the links will be in the description. Thank you for listening, and see you again next week.